the people watching the stream aren't going to be able to hear this, so too bad, but you can download the podcast version when it's ready, and then you'll hear it. Stream got killed by a virus. These viruses that are floating all around the Access Studio computers are...
We're not exactly sure how and where this came from, but it's messing up a lot of stuff. Luckily, the show seemed to be working. The calls seem to be working. Thanks to Daniel again for our new lower third, which saves us some graphic space, because way over there it actually says the Atheist Experience, so we don't have to put the name of the show across. It's all fancy and HD and pretty. But so this is maybe the last caller that I actually know who's on the line, but it should be Ryan from Boulder.
Yes, this is me.
How you doing, Ryan?
Good. How are you guys?
We're all right.
Not bad.
I've been listening only for a couple weeks now. I found this.
What was wrong with you before?
On YouTube. What was that?
I said, what was wrong with you before?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
All right.
But the Pope is just someone who fascinates me.
The current Pope, or the Pope in general?
Just the Pope, the position in the person in the position of the Pope, acting as the Pope at any given time throughout history. It is one of the most fascinating individuals to me, because, I mean, more or less we're left with three possible reasons as to why he's doing what he's doing. Either God is real and he is the one person on earth who's the closest to him to talk to him and commune with him. And I think, both me and all of you, just believe that, and the same, we don't believe that at all. But then there's also the position that maybe he's crazy. Maybe he really does think he talks to God. Maybe he's grown up and has been told so many times, or he was, born, I don't know how to word this, special, but maybe he really thinks he talks to God. And then there's the other outcome, which is most likely, and that is just that he is just one of the most vile, evil people on the face of the earth, who, really tells everyone he can talk to God, and then goes up into his little chambers, and, without an inclination of expecting to talk to God, just sits there and eats his steak or whatever, and reads his...
the current contemporary popes have nothing on the medieval popes, right? I mean, the medieval popes had mistresses, they had little catamites running in and out of the chambers, they threw massive banquets, they raped, killed, pillaged, and burned, and they were just partiers. And I forget who it was, but there was one particular pope in the 14th century who was especially bad at all of this, much more so than his immediate predecessors had been. And when some of his cardinals brought up, all of this hedonism and excess that you're all about, it's kind of it's not good for public opinion. Is there any pretty good? And this pope's response was, well, my predecessors did not know how to be popes. So Benedict or Ratzinger or whoever he is, the modern popes, they have nothing on the medieval popes. Those guys were...
With regard to the current pope and your three options, on the first option that there is a God and the Pope's got some kind of hotline to him, if that's the case, then the best we can say is that either God is inept or the Pope is inept, because there's some flaws in the communication there. Otherwise, the Vatican would never have to correct anything like, limbo, the fictions they invent. Of the other two options, I don't know that they're mutually exclusive. On the one hand, I think he could be convinced that what he's doing is true and right, and perhaps he hears from God, and also still be one of the most evil, vile people on the planet. Because in this case of this particular pope, he used to be responsible for shuffling the pedophile priests around from area to area, and doing everything he could to hide what was going on and avoid any embarrassment to the church of prosecution. What they don't seem to understand is that, they might have saved the church some embarrassment in the eyes of the people who would, are going to buy anything that gets handed down as a papal edict. But to everybody else, they have further embarrassed the church. What they've done in just this one issue alone is probably one of the most reprehensible acts I can imagine.
Absolutely.
because the actions they took didn't just protect somebody from prosecution. They put that somebody out there
Or you could do
to
more harm.
somebody else. So not only have they already victimized the first victims twice, once by allowing it to happen and a second time by pretending that it didn't. They then encourage somebody else to get victimized twice, and this goes on over and over and over again. And what reward does this guy get? What does the church do when it comes time to clean this up? They make him pope. It's vile.
Yeah.
It is vile.
And it's not just this pope. He didn't get to be pope by himself. It's not like he said, "Okay, guys, it's my turn." There's a whole college of cardinals. There's a whole institution there. There's an entire business that did this. And if any other corporation had done anything like this, they'd all be in jail. Sarah Silverman did a great video that I absolutely loved, which was a Feed the World by Selling Vatican City. And it was funny, and I'd encourage people to go out and watch it.
Yeah.
I should.
But it's true. It's true. They could sell off everything they have and all their assets, build a nice condo to put themselves up in with a pool and
All their catamites.
hot and cold running hookers, and then give all the rest of the money to buy pizzas for everybody on the planet for I don't know years. It's nuts.
And right there in Italy, they got the best pizzas.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
It is vile. It really is.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to share my opinion on that. I thought we'd agree, but just like to hear you guys. I'm a big fan.
Great. Thanks
you.
a lot.
Thanks.
Appreciate it, Ryan.
Have a good one,
Yeah,
guys.
I mean, just turn the Sistine Chapel into an art museum, and charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had nothing against the art of the building design. I love it.
Yeah.